Now we'll go to Linux file system. In this Linux file system, we'll discuss files and directories. Let's talk first about the files and directories. Files being the basic unit of storage for data. This unit is basically pretty much stored in the physical media such as hard drive, a thumb drive, or anything that is designed to store information. It's represented by a dash. I will show you now. After defining the directory, I will show you both compare and file permission. A directory, on the other hand, has a special type of file. A directory has information about other files, so it's not a container for the file, and it's equivalent to the folder in Windows. In Linux, it is represented by letter D in the command line interface, and let's see in the command lines. Let's go to my virtual machine. So here I just typed the ls command. This I will discuss later. Like I said, so directories. The blue color here you will be seeing is the directory, and the other this one is the file. The directory contain files and the information of the files as well as. In the last video, I discussed about the and what I was saying is D is for the directories and this symbols is for the files. There is 9 permission levels like for user, group, and others. This first will be the for users. This 3 will be for groups, and the other will be other anyone from the world. This is user and this is owner of this directory or the file. Then time and others it's on as. So let's continue to the directory structure. Like in Linux, the directory structures is a lot different than what we use to in Windows. Everything start with the slash, like here slash, and also called the root and everything else. It just could attach to the slash partition or the root partitions. The slash partitions, also called the root, is where every single file on the directory starts from. Only the root users has write privilege under this directory, and that's supposed to be like that for the security reason. The slash partition, it's not the same as the slash partition is not the same as this is not the same as slash. So the slash root is basically the home directory for the user root. We'll discuss home directories in a little bit. The slash bin contain the binary executables. Basically, common Linux commands are found here, and we have the list there. Like commands like ps, ls, ping, grep, cp, move as will have a list there. We'll discuss in a little bit about the basic about these commands. Now comes to sbin. It's contain executable binaries as well, but they are more related to system maintenance tasks like IP tables, reboot, fdisk, ifconfig, etc. Slash etc is where most of the time you will find configuration files for all the programs installed. If we have a Linux server and we install Apache on the server for the configuration of the specific service, you will go to the etc, then action, You'll find all configuration files in these directories for every application. So now coming to /var, var it's a partition, a specific partition designed to hold files that grow or changes constantly. It is referred as a viable file, and a perfect example for these are logs. They are usually found under var logs. So any of the application or the most application that you will find out there will create their logs on the var logs. Then coming to temp/temp partition, it's contain temporary files. So anything that you store it under temp will get deleted when the system reboots. This is not meant to hold files like any other partition would. Anything that is stored in the temp, whenever the system reboot, will get removed. /home partition, it is home directory for all users. So whenever a user is created and it creates a home directory, you will find it on the /home. This is designed to store first personal file for each individual user, and these particular partitions will only have privilege for these specific user. So let's say I created a user called Shahid, then the home directory for the user named be under /home Shahid, and only Shahid will be able to edit or read past from this specific directory. Another important partition is /boot partition. It contains boot loaded files. This partition is specifically used to use during the boot time. Now coming to the